Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to show off Paintball, the hex encounter game. I've got two teams set up. One is the United States, and the other one is Team South America. So the United States will be red, white, and blue with Kilroy, Gilbert, and Kane. And each of the shooters has a different quality. So for Kilroy, he's quick. He's a great shot. He spent 3 years in the U.S. military. The one is his shooting accuracy, which is quite good. 4 is his ability to evade shots. And 2 is his movement. So each one will be rated for shooting, sort of a defense or evade rating, and how well they can move. We have Ponch's Kane. Ponch is big and slow, but has great trigger, very accurate. Just need him to get there first. So accuracy a 1, his evade is a 6, and his ability to move is a 1. So I'm just going to play an abbreviated version of 3-on-3. The regular game, you're going to have 6 people on a team. 5 will be on at once with 1 player off to the side. Here's the extra American players. You have Ernest Kilroy, Jules Gilbert, and Romero Kane. I'm not going to use them for today. I'm just going to do a quick 3-on-3 just for a demonstration. And the way you play it, it's going to be a chit pull system where I am going to pull chits out of a bag, and that'll tell me who's going to go. And on a turn, the people can move. And when they move, when they're finished, they can shoot. So for an example, someone like Elmer Sludge, if it's his turn, he can move 2. So I can go 1, 2. And if I cannot go through the houses. So the houses protect you from shots, and you have to go around them. The little black lines here is a little half wall. So just picture a little cement 3-foot wall you can duck behind. If you're behind it, they can't shoot at you. You can shoot over, but there's going to be +1 added to your attack. And you can't hop over when you move. The other symbol on the map is sort of a wheel, and in paintball it's kind of it's a hide and seek type of game. You're hiding behind different buildings and trying to move and attack your enemy. But in a game like this where you can see everybody, that doesn't really work. So what I thought I would do is come up with a system almost like a tunnel system where Sludge has 2 moves, so he can go from dot to dot. So you can have people popping out of nowhere, which kind of what happens a little bit in paintball. You know, someone's hidden, you don't know where they are, all of a sudden they show up, they start shooting. So I'm hoping this simulates it a little bit, where all of a sudden it's here, and then he's going to pop up over here. When you do travel on the wheels, you're not allowed to shoot. You can only go based on how far your movement rating is. So Sludge is a 2, he can go 1, 2. And you go to whichever one is connected to. You can also move to the green one. So this can go here, this can go here. And from here, you can slide over to the other person's tunnels and start using that. So I think what I'll do is I'll just jump in, start playing. South America has Elmer Sludge, Charlie Pike, Spikes Malone. We're not going to play with Pete Sludge, Harry Pike, and Bit Malone. And we also have a third team, which is Canada, and Canada has Speed Zone, Trigger Joe, Henry Duel, Mule Duel, I think I already said that, Speed Zone, Trigger Zone. The other way to play the game is with cards. So it could be a card-driven game when you're playing with 2 people. When I'm just playing by myself, I'm going to use a chit pull. So card-driven game, you're going to get 9 cards. So just shuffle, you'll draw 3. And when you draw 3, when you're playing against an opponent, you're going to have 3 cards. You're going to have to pick one to play. And once you're done, it's done for the rest of the game. So here I can move right and center. So if I'm South America, which is on this side, I can move Malone or Pike. Once that card is done, it's out of the game, and you would just redraw up to 3. Left and right would be Sludge and Malone. Sludge is on the left, Malone is on the right as they're sitting, or you can move any 2 players. So there's options for 2 players with a card-driven system for South America and for the Americans. The other thing I'm going to add is there is unusual events. Whenever you are attacking and you roll doubles, you can go to the unusual event table and it'll tell you what's going on. You'll get a second shot at your opponent. So I'll just start. You can see, tell me if you like it. If you like the game, please give it a like, download it and give it a whirl. I'll have it up later on today at Gitch play with 2 A's.wordpress.com. So I'm just going to start with the chit pull, and the first one I'm going to pull out is going to be red. So red's going to move first, which is going to be Kilroy, and he gets to move 2. And I think for Kilroy, I'll just move him up and over. Next one I'm going to pull out is a blue, so Gilbert's going to move. Gilbert can move 2, so I'll just show you how the pull system works. I'm going to go 1, and I'm going to go 2 onto the second wheel. So those are the wheels. You just move whatever's closest to it. Next chit pull is Pike. He can move twice, and Pike will move once. And let's have him move over here just to show how to use the wheel. So he's going to show up there. Next is Kane. Pontius Kane can only move 1. He's slower, he's a bigger guy. Let's have him move behind the wall, just in case anybody gets to the hill. There is a hill, and if you do get on the hill, you can shoot anywhere on the map. So you're up high, you can see everybody. The houses don't protect you, but you will add 1 to your attack. Next one is black, which is Spikes Malone. He's just going to move 1. And green is going to be Sludge. And we're going to move him 1, and we'll go over here for 2. So that's the end of round 1. We're going to put all the chits back into the barrel. We'll redraw them. And we're going to have black go first. Black is going to be Malone. He's just going to move 1. We'll put him here. You can't have 2 people on 1 spot. Next one is Pike. Pike can move 2. I think he will go 1. Gilbert's here. If we go there, Gilbert you have to move on each. I think I will try that. Pike will go there. So once Gilbert has to move, you have to move on every turn. You can't stay where you're at. Maybe he can get over there and catch Gilbert from as a surprise. Next up is Kane. Pontius Kane can move 1. He's going to move on to there. Next is Sludge. He can move 2. Let's get him out in the open here. 1, 2 behind the wall. Next is Gilbert. So Gilbert has to move 2. And he knows the guy's there, so he's going to head for the hill. And he can take a shot at Sludge, just to show you how the shooting works. So Gilbert is accuracy is a 3, which is not very good. So if he's going to take a shot at Sludge, the way it works is you're going to add 2 for each hex you go across. So if he is to shoot at Sludge, it would be 2, 4, 6, 8. So it's 4 across. 8 plus his 3 would be an 11, and he's on a hill, so it's 12. So actually he doesn't have a chance. Say if it was an 11, he would have to roll 12 on the dice. So whatever the range is, you got to roll above it for a hit. After you shoot at somebody, they get to return fire. So anything in the 60s is return fire, and you have a chance to evade if you do get hit. So we'll get into that more when it actually happens. Last person to move is Kilroy. Kilroy gets to move 2. He's looking at getting at Pike. Don't know if he wants to get into the open because Pike can come around. He's gonna go 1, 2 to see where he stays from that point. All right, so now we're starting to get a little bit closer to each other. Coming into the next round. First up is going to be Kane. So Kane can move one. He's just going to go there. Gilbert is next. Gilbert can move two. He's going to come in around 1-2. Now he can take a shot at, oh, he can't shoot Sludge. Sludge is behind the wall. So it's like, picture a 3-foot cement wall and Sludge is lying down, so you can't hit him. Gilbert's also protected behind the wall, so he's just getting into position. Next up is Malone. Malone, bigger, slower, can only move one. He'll go here. Next up is Pike. He can move two. Pike is going to go here. And one. Well, after you move on the things, you can't shoot. So that's the only disadvantage of the wheel. So you can't shoot when you're there. He does get in position, but he's sort of setting himself up for a kill. We still have red and green. Let's see here. He'll head for right here. Next is Sludge. Sludge is going to hop the wall. 1-2. He's going to go after Gilbert, who's right next door. So Sludge to shoot. It's 1 over, which is going to be 2. Sludge's accuracy is a 2, so that's a 4. So we'll need to roll 2-sided dice, 5 or higher. So Sludge is going to take a shot at Gilbert. And he rolls a 5. So he does hit him. Gilbert can return fire right away. So 60 to 65 would kill Sludge on return fire. No, he doesn't roll it. He rolls a 3-3. Now Gilbert can evade the shot. So Gilbert's evade is a 4. So if I roll a 4, 5, 6, he got out of the way of the shot of Sludge just in time. And a roll of 1, so he didn't. So Gilbert is done. He's shot. He's out of the game. Sludge does a good job. Next up is red, which is Kilroy. Kilroy can move 2. Let's see here. He's going to go after Malone. Malone's a little bit slower, so 1, 2. So we're going on to the next round. And first up is going to be Kane. So Kane can move 1. The red, white, and blue team. I think he's going to move right here. He's going to take a shot at Pike. So it's going to be 2, 4. And Kane is a pretty good shooter. Only add 1, so that's a 5. So 6 and higher, he's going to hit Pike. He rolls, he rolls doubles. So if you roll doubles, the first shot misses, the other guy cannot return fire, and we're going to go to the unusual event chart. So we're going to go to the usual event chart, and we're going to roll, and we roll a black 1 and a white 3. So you would read it as a 13. So find across a hill to overlook the grounds. Shoot at anyone, no barriers this turn, fire away with normal range and accuracy. So he can go to any hill that's closest and take a shot. So Kane's going to move to this hill, which is perfect for him. Gets another chance at Pike. So that is going to be a 2. And Kane's shot is a 1. So it's going to be 3. Hill, you'll add 1. So that's a 4. So 5 or higher, he's going to hit Pike. Oh, he rolls doubles again. So we got to go back to the unusual events chart and roll a 55. 55 is an instant kill. Excellent shot. So he gets the instant kill. So Pike is now out of the game. Next one to move is Malone. He's big and slow. He can only move 1. He's going to duck in behind here where he's protected a little bit. Next is Kilroy. Kilroy can move 2. He's kind of getting a spot where he can take a shot at Malone but not leave himself open. Malone's well protected right there. maybe I'll go here. Then he's got some options. He's gonna go to the wheel. Last one is Sludge. Sludge gets to move 2. He wants to get Kane, so he'll go here, here. Now, hill to hill, there's not a +1 modifier, but anywhere else down below you would. So that's just 2. Sludge is a 2, that's a 4. So anything 5 and higher would hit Kane. I roll a 7, so a chance to hit him. Kane's going to return fire. 60 to 65 is a kill on return fire. Doesn't get it. Kane's evade is a 6. Doesn't look good for Kane. Rolls a 1. Kane is nailed by Sludge on the hill, so Kane is done. He is now out of the game, and we got 3 guys left. 2 from South America, Brazil, and 1 from the United States, so red, white, and blue. So Malone is up first. He can move. He's going to jump the wall. He's a good shooter. That's going to be a 2. Spikes Malone is a 3. So 4 higher. He rolls a 4. Got lucky. Kilroy, he needs a return fire shot. 60 or higher. He rolls a 31. Not going to do it. Can Kilroy evade it? 4 or higher. He evades it. He does. He rolls a 4. So he evades the shot. So now Malone's in a little bit of trouble. Kilroy gets to go next. So it's going to be 2 plus Kilroy is a 1. That's a 3. So 4 or higher, he nails Malone. He rolls a 5. Malone can return fire. 60 to 66. Doesn't do it. Rolls a 45. Malone's evade is a 5. So 5 or 6, he evades that shot. He doesn't do it. So Malone is out. So we're down to 1 person. 1-on-1. Sludge is going to move twice. Also have a rule where if you get to the other team's star, you get to bring a player on. I'm just going to ignore that one for now. Sludge is going to move 2. 1, 2. He's going to try and get to the wheel. Actually, with 2 people left, we're just going to alternate back and forth. So next is going to go to Kilroy. He can move 2. So he knows he's going to try and get to the wheel. He probably wants to get on the other side. 1, 2. Sludge can move. He's a 1. And he can go to that one, which would be a 2. But then Kilroy's moving next. He will get a shot at him. It's the best way to get at him. Maybe come around this way. It's pedal to the metal. We're going 2. Kilroy is going to move 1, 2. He's going to take a shot, so it's going to be 2 plus 1 is a 3. 4 or higher, he's going to get him. Rolls a 5. Sludge is going to return fire. Oh, he rolls a 64. So Sludge returns fire. He will kill Kilroy, and Team South America wins this one. So this is called Paintball, the Hex Encounter. I'm still working on it. If you have any ideas you think would help the game, let me know. I'm always open to suggestions. Yeah, and hopefully I'll have it up the next little while. You can play, I think it's best when you play solo like this to play just a chit pull where random teams come up. And if you're playing against somebody else, I think it might be a little bit more interesting if you play with the card-driven system. So this is Paintball, the Hex Encounter game. I hope you like it, guys. That's all for now.